attacking me.
If the blade has cut through muscles and tendons, there's a chance Rich could lose the use of his arm.
Ambulance service. Is the patient breathing and conscious?
Yeah, he's been knocked out. Just a motorbike and car collision.
So it's a car v motorbike. Okay. Can you see any obvious heavy blood loss?
No, I think the motor broke his leg.
I just need to try and rule out any life-threatening shock, okay? Does it look very pale or grey to you?
Yeah, we got enough the ice on the stomach.
All right. The help's already been arranged. When on blue lights and sirens, okay?
An ambulance has been dispatched, but critical care paramedic Faye is also urgently needed.
There's an ambulance crew in attendance with him. They say that he has got, thank you, sir, a broken leg. He's in quite a bit of pain. They've maxed out on the amount of analgesic drugs that they can give him. So they have requested me to go and give some enhanced care. But if the impact was enough to break his leg, then there might be some underlying injuries that we haven't yet identified, so.
More than 300 motorcyclists are killed and over 5,500 seriously injured every year on Britain's roads.
Ah, yes, I see blue lights.
Faye arrives 17 minutes after receiving the call.
Hello, how you doing? Oh, he's a motorcyclist versus a car, yeah. Cameron, you say? Cameron, listen, my name's Faye, I'm with the Midlands Air Ambulance, OK?
On his way to work, 18-year-old Cameron's motorbike collided with a car. He was thrown off the bike, landing 15 feet away on the grass verge.
This is where you landed?
Where I landed, I flew straight over the bunny.
OK.
The ambulance crew has already reported that Cameron has a broken leg.
OK.
Gram of IV paracetamol.
Yep.
He's on his second bottle of Entinox, but he's in absolute
agony. OK.
You know, we can't even get the splint on him. That's why we've asked for a little bit more help.
No problem.
The pain relief given to Cameron by the ambulance crew isn't strong enough. But Faye's special training means she can administer more powerful drugs only carried by the critical care teams.
I'm just going to take your T-shirt off. I know it's absolutely freezing, mate, but you're not bothered. I am.
Before using it, Faye checks Cameron for any other serious injuries.
Any pain in your neck?
No, nothing.
No, OK. Nothing in your throat here?
No,
OK. Any pain in your tummy?
No, nothing.
No, OK. Any pain in your shoulders up here?
No, nothing.
No. Wiggle your right hand for me. Brilliant. Wiggle your left hand for me. Well done. Can you clench your bottom cheeks together? That'll do. OK. It's all this pain in your leg. OK.
Yeah, just my right leg.
Cameron has broken his right thigh bone, the largest bone in the body.
Which leg am I touching, left or right? Good man.
There is also the risk Cameron could have broken his pelvis or damaged his spine, which could cause paralysis.
No pain as I'm touching down your back?
No.
No, OK. OK, wiggle your toes. Good man.
Thankfully, Cameron's spine doesn't appear to have been damaged. Faye can now turn her attention to his broken leg.
All right, Cameron, I'm sorry. It's not helping the fact that it's so bloody cold. Could you plug that into your
Oh my God, my leg's really gone out. Hang on, stop putting pressure.
We're gonna help you now, Cameron. Sorry, my friend.
Faye wants to get Cameron to hospital, but he's in too much pain to be moved.
At the moment, the reason why it's so uncomfortable is because you have broken your leg. Is the two bones are scratching against each other. Okay. As soon as it's in line, you will create your own pain relief because it's back where it should be. All right. It's all set up, isn't it? So if we give him a little shot of ketamine and.
Straightening his leg is an excruciating procedure, so Faye prepares to give Cameron a powerful painkiller called ketamine.
So, Cameron, I'm just going to give you this drug, OK? It will make you feel a little bit sleepy, but it's just so that we can pull. I'm only going to give you a touch so we can pull that leg. The moment we pull it, it'll actually feel... No, trust us. Trust us. 1, 2, 5.
It's essential Faye straightens Cameron's leg as soon as possible. While it's out of alignment, it could be causing internal bleeding with the risk of life-threatening blood clots.
Soon gonna be over, mate. Soon gonna be over.
You need to speak. Carry on speaking to us. Tell us what do you do? Where do you work? Just up the road. We're doing what? Engineering. Okay. We are all in position to give that a good pull. We're nearly ready. We're nearly ready.
Manual realignment is agonising, so Faye has given Cameron a strong painkiller, and he is also taking gas and air.
Can you feel me touching you? Yeah.
The right one. Come on.
That's it, Cameron. That's it, that's it.
Well done, Jake. Well done.
That's it, Cameron. It's done, mate. It's done.
Now the leg is straight, it needs to be kept in position.
That's it. Get ready with the pole. That's it. Yeah, pull the red now. Pull the red tab. Yeah, that's it.
Faye uses a traction frame to lock it in place.
That's it, that's it, that's it. Let's see how that is. Let's see his legs. Let's see his legs.
Well done. Fabulous.
Cameron, how is that feel? Is that feeling any better now?
Yeah, it feels better, yeah.
Okay, excellent. Well done, everyone. Cameron, what we're going to do is just going to roll you onto your poorly leg for just a second to get the stretcher under you. So it's only going to be for a few seconds.
Sorry, mate.
Fuck off!
Fine, we're under. Right, ready, set, roll.
That's better. That's it. That's it. It's done. It's done. It's done.
Have another suck on that, mate. Have another suck.
I know you feel absolutely rubbish at the moment, mate, but you're quite lucky that we're only dealing with your leg.
1, 2, 3.
Brilliant. We'll get you nice warmed up.
To avoid hypothermia, Cameron is wrapped in blankets and foil to keep in as much body heat as possible.
Perfect.
Looks like it's tense it up.
Now that we've straightened it up, all your muscles are all out of kilter, so it will start to spasm. 6-2, thank you.
Faye calls the trauma desk, who will inform the hospital to Cameron's arrival.
We're going to Russell's Hall, trauma tool positive stage 3, and our ETA now is probably about 5 minutes. We've alerted the hospital, so there'll be a couple of doctors waiting for us. Okay, good man. He was extremely lucky that he hasn't suffered more injuries. He could have bumped his head straight onto concrete and got himself a traumatic brain injury. I appreciate he's probably in a lot of discomfort at the moment with a broken leg. He really is perhaps the luckiest chap around today, because it could have been far worse. We're here now, my sweet. All right.
Now as comfortable and stable as he can be, Faye can hand Cameron over to the waiting hospital doctors.
Just a few bumps, Cameron, okay?
What's the location? Where are you, please?
We're on a bend. It's a country lane. As we drove past the corner, we've seen a van on its side, a head-on in a tree.
How many people were involved? How many cars were involved?
One car, 4 people. One guy, I think he's trapped in the back. From what I can see, there's a guy complaining about his leg.
Have they rolled over?
They haven't rolled fully, no.
Has it partially rolled?
Yeah.
An ambulance is coming, blue lights and sirens, multiple units heading towards you as we speak, so we are coming as quickly as possible.
We've got an RT6 actually in Lichfield. We've got a patient trapped in a vehicle. So if you could make your way.
Yeah, Roger, no problem.
Sam.
With reports of a serious accident involving an upturned vehicle and multiple casualties, Will and Mark are immediately dispatched.
So we're going to Lichfield to a road accident. There's an officer at scene already who's saying it's a van, single van, versus a tree that's rolled over into, I guess, a field.
I've got 4 patients in total, unsure of their injuries at present. They are all talking, however. I've got 1 patient sat inside the van by his leg.
It's a 20-mile drive to the location, and by the time the critical care team arrive, 30 minutes have passed since the accident.
Oh my goodness.
9-8 on scene. Jackets, helmets, and red bag, initially? Yes. I think, isn't it?
Several emergency response teams are already on scene and are dealing with a complex situation.
Hi guys, all right?
I'll give you a rundown of what we've got.
Mark and Will are updated by the operational commander.
We've got a van that's come off the road. It's gone into this bush here.
It's a corner here, so he's misjudged the corner, hasn't he, a bit? Probably lost a bit and it's just tipped, isn't it?
4 patients in total. 1 patient is down by the police car. We've got 2nd patient down here who's got a dislocated knee. 3 over in the back there, he's got chest injuries. He is conscious, all of them are conscious and talking.
Okay.
Patient 4, currently trapped in the back of the van. He's got a head injury and possible leg injuries, and that's where we're up to at the moment.
Okay. Right. Can I do a loop that way, you do a loop that way, and we'll meet up again?
Yeah.
Good evening, hello, I'm Mark on the doctors. You're right.
Mark and Will must quickly assess all of the patients to work out where their additional skills are most needed.
That'll need an x-ray.
You're just going to strap them up?
Yeah, and then we'll also put further paramedics once we're on the truck.
Cool, all right. I'm just going to go past you to the next one, if that's OK, without trampling on it. Sorry. Cheers.
3 of the van's occupants have managed to get out by themselves.
Observations, as you can see, completely stable.
Yeah, brilliant.
We're not too concerned about injury-wise for this one.
Satisfied they've sustained only minor injuries,
He's in the middle section, is he?
He's in the middle, yeah.
OK.
He's against the door.
Yeah.
Mark turns his attention to the man still inside the vehicle.
So what's your name? Is it Rob?
Rob,
Okay, how old are you?
37.
37, OK. And can you remember everything that's happened this evening?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Labourer Rob was travelling home with his colleagues in their works van when they crashed.
Where have you been working today?
We've been in Lewisham for the week.
Been Lewisham for the week. OK, buddy.
Rob's conscious, but has a head wound which is bleeding heavily. He's been trapped in the wreckage for over an hour, his legs pinned down underneath heavy chains that were in the van.
He's in the middle, so you can't see him from the front.
Right.
And you can't see him from the back. There's a sliding door the other side, so he's obviously a compartment in here, but you can't get to it. Ah, I see. It's a works van, so there's loads of tools on top of him.
Stuck in the position he's in, it's impossible to tell how badly Rob's been hurt. A paramedics managed to squeeze inside the van to make some basic observations.
No loss of consciousness, laceration on his left eye, chest clear, abdo soft.
Okay.
You can feel his toes on this right one, but the left one, there's a lot of lifting chains that fell on top of it as well. So he's getting a bit of numbness.
The longer he's trapped in the van, the greater the risk of Rob developing serious complications from any injuries he has. Mark and Will want to get him out as soon as possible.
Plan is the back row seats. We're going to move first, Will.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go for base of the seat, and the plan's to take him out flat, out the back.
Yeah, OK, mate.
The fire crew start cutting Rob out.
He's got quite a bit of chain round by his left leg.
Yeah.
And obviously when we cut him, the vibrations are making the pain worse.
OK. So, if we've got IV access that's patent, let's get some IV paracetamol
okay.
and get some Entonox, get a face mask and just do some.
Okay.
I'm not going to give him ketamine.
That's fine.
When he's still trapped and I can't get access to his airways.
Although efforts to cut Rob out are causing him pain, without better access, Mark and Will can't risk using some of their stronger painkillers, which could compromise his breathing.
The chains are on his leg.
Yeah.
Do we think his legs are damaged? Have we got any evidence?
I don't know. Nobody can see them fully.
Right, so this seat's almost out. The only thing is, about this leg's folded underneath this way.
Okay, yeah.
All right, so I don't want to go down flat at the moment.
Oh.
Eventually, fire services finished cutting through the heavy chains which were trapping Rob's legs.
We're going to have to sit you up in a minute, yeah? So I'll try and support you as best I can.
The crew can begin moving Rob out of his bendable position.
Right, it'll be on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Done. Okay, that's fine. Right, so let's... So it's the femur, isn't it? Yeah, it's the femur. Okay, his right femur's gone.
Yeah.
Rob has broken his thigh bone.
Right, I've got a little bit of fentanyl.
Now they have access to him, Mark is able to administer much stronger pain relief.
I'll just sneak in, guys. Yeah,
Right, okay.
So we'll try this one initially. This one's a bit like stronger morphine.
Fentanyl is a synthetic opioid 50 times stronger than heroin. It can only be administered by a doctor.
So we'll give 50 initially and then we'll see how we go. Okay, flush that through and then we'll see whether or not that's made any difference. Yeah, that's fine. Does that hurt at all? No?
It has the advantage of being fast-acting and powerful.
Okay, how does that make any difference to what you're feeling?
I'll let you know when you move.
Okay, let's give it a go. Let's see what...
Are you fairly comfortable when we're not moving you then, Rob?
Yeah, I'm good, not too bad. I'm very, very light-headed.
That's fine, that's fine.
Okay, everybody ready? Ready, steady, slide.
Finally, after nearly 2 hours trapped inside, Rob is extracted from the vehicle.
Right then, do you understand that your right thigh bone's broken?
No.
Right.
What do I do now?
Yeah, so what we're going to do, we're going to put it into traction. So we're going to put something to stop it from bending.
Yeah.
And hopefully once that's in, you'll feel a lot more comfortable. Yeah. Okay? So if we do ankle strap first.
Rob's thigh bone will need surgery.
So if you keep taking out the tension, I've got the tension in his leg. Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. Keep going.
For now, Mark and a paramedic splint it in place.
Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep going. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's stop there. Let's have a look.
There's a reasonable amount of resistance
tension there. That's good. Looks good. So that right leg, we've now put it in a splint that's holding it straight. Does it feel? I know it's not going to be gone, but does it feel a bit less spasmy?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So if 10 out of 10 is the worst pain you could think of, and 1 out of 10 is no pain, what would you say the pain's like at the moment?
Fine.
Right, what we're going to do is get you in the back of a nice ambulance, get several numbers, and then work out which hospital you're going to go to. Okay?
Is he ready to go, is he?
Right, yeah.
Keep your hands in, Rob. Keep your hands in, mate. That's it.
Even with the fentanyl starting to wear off, Rob's pain is under control and he's stable. Dr. Mark leaves him with the ambulance crew to transport him to Birmingham's Queen Elizabeth Hospital.
He's got a thigh bone fracture, he's got a knee injury, and we are suspicious about his pelvis and whether or not he's damaged that slightly. So the best place is for the major trauma centre. And then we should be hopefully ready to head back into Birmingham and see what other joys are there for us.
Ambulance service. Is the patient breathing?
Can't see any at the moment.
Is he breathing?
His arm. And he's dead.
Sweetheart, is he breathing?
Yes, at the moment, yes.
What's happened?
What?
What's happened?
Oh, he went to get up the roof, onto the roof, and the ladder fell.
And he's fallen off a ladder?
Yes. He's hit his head.
And he landed on his head?
He's actually landed on his head and his arm.
OK, we're coming as quick as we can, OK?
All it says on the notes, falling from the top of the ladder from the height of the guttering on a house, but is conscious at the moment, complaining of head pain and unable to feel or move an arm.
6-2 en route.
A fall from height resulting in head trauma has the potential to leave a patient with life-changing injuries.
55-year-old male, can't feel one arm, nausea and dizzy, in the back garden, and he's landed on concrete.
An ambulance has been dispatched, and the advanced critical care skills of Richard and Alistair are also urgently needed.
So 55 is where we're starting to have some concerns with age, but the injury, there's big potential if he's fallen on concrete. He's already reported as having a head injury, so again, there's potential for that to develop and become far worse quite quickly. We're obviously going to have some concern over his spine with that height of fall, so he's likely to end up immobilised and then conveyed to hospital, where he really needs CT scans to see what damage he's got underlying.
When Richard and Alistair arrive, the ambulance crew are treating the man. Retired glazier John was fixing the guttering on his house when he fell onto concrete, hitting his head and arm in the fall. With the potential for spinal injury and head trauma, John needs urgent treatment.
We'll sort out some pain relief in a bit, okay? Sharp scratch now, all right?
We managed to get a blood pressure on him, yes or no? No, all right. I would say that lower arm is slightly deformed, isn't it, I think?
You see okay? Don't look around, don't move your head, just have a look around. Yeah? Any blurred vision or anything? You'd start off with
Before giving John any specialist pain relief, Alistair wants to establish whether a medical condition could have caused the fall.
And do you remember falling off this ladder? Yeah, that's all right. Just trying to rule out you having a medical event, basically, like somebody going dizzy or something.
Alistair now needs to be certain there are no life-threatening injuries, so checks to see if he has any abnormal sensation or movement that would indicate a spinal injury.
I can't feel my fingers.
Yeah, that's fine.
Can you feel that? Yeah.
Can you squeeze or not? No, you can't. Oh, that's okay.
John, remember, mate, try and keep the head as still as you can for us, okay? Oh no, mate. But just try and keep it as still as you can, all right? Now lifting it up, because as well as that arm, you've got a bit of an head injury as well, and you've come from some height as well, haven't you?
Having assessed John, Alistair can now start to get his pain under control.
Right. Have some morphine.
We're going to get with some pain relief now, buddy, okay?
Well, let's give him at least 5 over a couple of minutes. So do a couple and then another couple more. So it's probably going to take quite a bit of morphine to get on top of this, isn't it?
The critical care team must get John to hospital for an urgent CT scan of his head and arm. But despite the morphine and paracetamol,
Just going to straighten your arm, my friend, I'm sorry.
John is still in too much pain to be moved.
Okay. All right. No.
So we're just giving him some pain relief. This is paracetamol. He's had some morphine.
As well as a likely broken arm, John also had a head injury. Alistair and Rich want to get him to hospital where he can be scanned. First, though, they need to get his pain under control.
How's your pain doing? Have we got on top of it or not, or is it still hurting? Okay. All right. Okay. Scale of 1 to 10, what is it? 0's nothing, 10's agony. Where are you? 10 at the moment. Okay.
Even after multiple doses of painkillers, including morphine and Entonox, John is still in agony.
Okay, I might do something a bit stronger, mate. He's had 10 of morphine, 1 of paracetamol, and we're still at a pain score of 9.
It's going to take a bit of time for the
morph
to
I'm just
kick in,
thinking a little squidge of something stronger like ket wouldn't actually hurt, would it? So, John, I'm going to give you some ketamine in a second, which is quite a strong drug. And then I'm going to give you a small amount, just enough for us to be able to move you, hopefully without you knowing what's going on.
Although it's a highly effective painkiller, ketamine can also have side effects, including hallucinations. So Rich warns John's anxious family, who are watching on.
So it looks like it's just his arm at the moment. He's talking to us and communicating normally, so that's a good sign. Going to give him some ketamine.
Try. Do you want to hold that over his face? Okay. Nice deep breaths for a minute, John.
Deep breath, John.
Deep breaths.
Brilliant.
That's all right. That's the drugs that we've given to you. Just going to roll you over in a second, John, and get you off to hospital. So let's start working around, getting a scoop in.
With the ketamine taking effect, Alistair and Rich prepare to move John onto the scoop.
All right, John.
Ah!
All right.
Ah!
So I've got hold of his waist, I've got hold of his upper arm here.
Oh, man.
That's it. Okay.
I felt that.
You felt that, did you?
When the ketamine wears off, John will remember the fall, but not the pain.
What's going on? They're just dropping you on a stretcher, John. You're all right, chap. You're all right. Stop it. How are we then, everybody?
We're going head first.
Head first.
Just watch those slabs because they're wobbly.
Okay, all right. Everybody happy with the backs? Yeah. Okay. Right. Ready, steady. Left.
In case there are any side effects from the ketamine, the critical care team will continue to monitor John on the journey to hospital. He will need an X-ray to check for any broken bones and a CT scan to assess his head injury.
This is my house.
It is your house.
Watch the elbow.
Yeah, I've got it.
Ambulance service, is the patient breathing?
Yes, basically I've got RTA with the little one. He's giving me no notice whatsoever. He's running between the cars and he's just come right in front of me.
So one child has run across the road?
Yeah, basically what it is, I don't know, he's managed to open the door and he's basically run across the road, and as I was going past, he's run out on me and I've ended up running him over.
Okay, how old is he roughly?
Very young, I'd say probably 3-4 years old.
Okay, is he bleeding from anywhere?
Yeah, he's bleeding.
Where is he bleeding from?
From his head.
So the ambulance has been arranged. It's the nearest vehicle, blue lights and sirens. They are going to be there extremely soon.
A child has been run over and could have potentially life-threatening injuries.
6-2.
16, Banquist, can I start you guys towards Witten, please? It's a 3-year-old versus car. Considers head injury, but no other details currently.
Richard and Ben are immediately dispatched.
Yeah, no worries, thanks, mate.
Thank you, anyway.
There were over 10,500 children killed or injured on Britain's roads in the last 12 months.
Children are the hardest jobs to go to, especially when you have children that are 3 yourself. Try not to relate it to your own lifestyle and your own situation, but it's very tricky not to.
The critical care team has been dispatched because the boys reported to have a head injury.
Head injuries are always quite hard because they can deteriorate quite quickly. So to have those additional skill sets and experience was really important on a job like this.
So, just a quick update. Was hit by a big lorry.
Oh.
It's got quite a few sort of bruises, I think. Due to the fact that he was hit by a lorry, they'd like to keep you running.
From what we can see, the only obvious injuries he's got is just to his face. Parents don't speak English, so it's kind of hard.
Three-year-old Hassan has visible lacerations to his face. From experience, Ben and Rich know he may also have internal injuries that could be life-threatening.
Hello, what's your name?
It seems okay, to be honest. Obs are all right.
Yeah.
He's had some clarity involved.
Yeah.
Ben and Rich are updated by the ambulance crew who arrive first.
There's been no wincing, there's no deformities. Had a good feel down his arms and legs, there's nothing obvious. He's just got the facial wounds.
Has he walked?
No,
or not?
He's been moving around, he's kicked out at me and stuff.
Yeah.
Thankfully, Hassan appears to have escaped with only minor injuries.
Hello, what's your name?
Have you got anybody that speaks English? No.
No.
But the language barrier is making it hard to carry out a proper assessment.
Yeah, if we go down to the children's and we'll put an alert in just because of the mechanism, because he's fine now, but we don't know, do we?
No.
Hassan will need to be taken to the children's hospital for a checkup.
Yeah, still needs to go to hospital. Needs hospital. Yes.
Hospital? Yes. Have you got shoes? Do you want to put some shoes on?
Shoes.
You need to come now.
Even though Hassan appears to have had a lucky escape, Ben and Rich want to be sure he's okay.
You get some shoes and let's get to hospital.
Okay, little man.
6-2.
6-2, go out.
Rich updates the control desk.
Just going to do a quick off-scene straight to children's. He's GCS 15, but as you can hear...
Yeah, roger, no problem.
We need to take him to hospital.
Tiene miedo.
we've got sats of 100 and a pulse 120, temperature's 36.8 and GCS 15. I'll just check with them, but I think the crew will be happy on their own.
Yeah, lovely, that's a copy. Thanks, mate. I'll pass them in at 8:25.
Cool.
Confident that he's in no immediate danger, Rich and Ben leave Hassan with the ambulance crew to be taken to Birmingham Children's Hospital for a thorough assessment.
Difficulty here is you've had a language barrier, so it's really hard for us to actually gauge from the mum how poorly the child is to her. But just from our observations, they're all within normal parameters, which is great, and no big obvious scary injuries, so a really lucky outcome from what we can gather. Very lucky.
"13 minutes after they were called, Will and Colin arrive on scene to be briefed by the ambulance crew.
Hello. All right, thanks. My name's Will. Has been working on a building site, ground floor, just across the road from here. He's been using a plunge saw. Thought he had it all stable and reached underneath it, but it's still been going. It's dropped and gone through his arm. Okay. We've just got quite a deep laceration to the right forearm there. Righto.
The blade has sliced open a deep 3-inch wide wound.
Have a clean bandage as well, mate. Clean cut. Went quite grey. Was quite shocked from everything that happened originally. Had his legs raised on our arrival.
Rich was working alone when the mechanical saw caught in his coat and sliced through his arm. He ran outside to get help before collapsing unconscious in the street.
Got my first set of obs done now. Just got him inside, so it was so cold, really.
Lovely,
so,
lovely.
Quite deep.
I think we have gone through some tendons or ligaments there, haven't we? But not much in the way of blood loss.
We're unsure. The towel that was wrapped round him disappeared once we were getting there. There was some blood in his left glove, so we're not sure exactly. There's no blood loss through the floor either.
Oh, well done.
If the blade has cut through muscles and tendons, there's a chance Rich could lose the use of his arm.
Do you think there is tendon damage?
It looks like it.
Have you got a good sensation in all your fingers?
Yeah, I can feel them all.
Can you move them well?
Pins and needles.
Do you feel like your grip is weak?
Last year, there were 54,000 injuries on building sites.
Do you feel sick at all?
A little bit.
A little.
This is a 26-year-old chap who is working on a construction site with what he calls a plunge saw.
Will phones control to update them on Rich's condition and discuss which hospital he should be sent to.
This saw has come down onto his the inside of his right forearm, and he sustained an isolated open laceration. It's quite deep. There's a lot of adipose tissue, and it looks like there's possible tendon and ligament damage there as well. As he was sort of moving, you could see stuff moving in the forearm, if you know what I mean. We'll go with QE as his destination.
Rich's arm urgently needs to be assessed by a plastic surgeon, which means he will be blue lighted to the Queen Elizabeth Hospital Major Trauma Centre in Birmingham.
There was no sort of foreign bodies, debris or anything. It wasn't dirty, was it? It did look clean, didn't it? Yeah.
Rich's blood pressure and heart rate are returning to normal, so the ambulance crew can give him some pain relief with less risk of him passing out.
What we might do then is pop a little cannula in your arm, give you some paracetamol that way.
How much pain are you in?
Well, it's getting worse as it's go. Look, I'm calming down a bit.
Yeah. If you had to give the pain you're in a score a mark out of 10, 10 being the worst pain,
I'd say maybe about a 6 or 7.
Oh.
22 minutes after they arrived on scene, Rich is ready to start the 5-mile journey to hospital.
Get that arm sorted, right?
Yes, guys, thank you for your help.
Well, there you go. Take care. Get well soon.
Satisfied with his progress, Will and Colin are happy to leave him in the care of the ambulance crew.